long vibrating monstrosity.
Here's the thing though, Yoda. She would have to actually be able to feel the motherfucker in order to be able to compare.
Oh, she can feel me, baby boy.
I'll edit this
Y'all
part
are
out.
wild. Y'all are wild.
I mean, she's totally not into.
Oh, trust me, baby boy. It's a lot bigger than that.
It's not what Moon said.
Fuck that whore. She was trying to get with other
Hey,
men.
not too much on Moon.
Hey, listen, I'm allowed to be that scorned motherfucker.
I'll edit that part out too.
Nah, leave that guard in. I'm a Teddy
And
motherfucker.
did we get a bonus?
Bonus.
Oh, I got 9K all of a sudden, so I don't understand where that came from.
Wait, are you freaking live, Jay?
Of course I'm live. I'm always live.
Do you sleep, Jay?
What's sleep?
That stuff that I have recently found out how to lucid dream, which, by the way, is fun as fuck.
Now, see if you look behind Jay's ear on his right side, there's a USB plug-in. So when he needs to recharge, he just jacks it directly right in and just.
So if he needs to recharge, he just jacks it.
Hello, Barbie.
Well,
All right. Creature, I'm about to drop you down so we can start.
Barbie, beautiful baby girl. Wait,
Alright. Requesting the box. And now we're just waiting on Divine Danny.
Oh God,
yeah.
scared me.
What do you
I'm
think about
wild.
Jay's picture there, Barbie?
You're going down.
You don't have any graphics that are cute like mine.
Mm-hmm.
Yoda.
What creature?
I could give
How
you a
you doing tonight,
graphic.
Barbie?
I can get graphic with you there, Jay.
So is this a featured show?
No, it's not featured yet. Welcome in, Danny. This is actually the first episode ever, so kind of winging it. It's kind of a soft launch. See what goes well, what can change, you know. Y'all are my
Guinea pigs?
I don't know how to word it.
Guinea pigs?
Yeah. But cute little
Celestial
pigs, right?
beings?
Alright, Danny, just whenever you're ready, you can request the box.
And then I'll drop down so
I'll remove you. That way you don't ghost my box, okay? Alright, there we go. Alright, y'all just go ahead and request.
And my vanilla bean does not look like a joint.
It does, though. It really does.
Do you think my chocolate, it looks like poop?
Oh,
it's like a smoother Mr. Hanky.
Alright, everyone. Y'all ready to get started?
Let's go.
Alright, y'all. This is the Great Debate with Bunny. I'm your host, and tonight we are debating the best dessert, additive, ingredient, topping, whichever. We've got Team Chocolate, which is Divine Danny and Baby Yoda, and they will be debating with Team Vanilla, which is Emoji J and Conspiracy Barbie. They've brought their facts and their cute little pictures up here. I think Jay's pretty certain they're going to win. But we'll see how it goes.
Because we already know those two are vanilla.
Oh my. Anyways, Yoda, we're
Vanilla's
gonna
the
go in
best.
order. We're gonna go in order. I'm gonna let y'all introduce yourselves, anything you have going on, anything you've got coming up, and when people can catch you live.
Who's first?
She said in order, so I'm assuming you.
Yeah, Jay.
Okay, well, I'm on PC. The order's different. Don't yell at me. So I'm in a bunch of I'm in a bunch of shows and stuff. I don't know. Vanilla's gonna win. Look, you guys are behind jail. Okay.
I'm fine with that as long as I'm in jail with Danny.
Oh, now.
I'm dead.
I'm Conspiracy Barbie and hashtag vanilla. We gonna kill it over here, okay? Because vanilla is a far superior dessert ingredient, okay? But anyways, I am going to be on Jumanji tomorrow, which is a featured show. It's like the movie. I can't even say the real one.
Jumanji.
I've been saying Jumanji for so long, I can't even say it normally anymore. But anyways, it's at
Jumanji.
8 p.m. Eastern. I have to fight my way through the jungle and beat other contestants with the hope of getting that ruby. So
With a
that's
stick.
tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. And then I dive into conspiracy topics. So tonight we will be diving into what happened with Charlie Kirk and the CIA, FBI implications, because new information has been released.
I did it. I'll just come clean, I guess.
I knew it.
Me
I'm
too.
dead.
I saw you there.
It should have been the vanilla behind bars.
No, it'd be the chocolate. The chocolate's in jail.
So I'm Divine Danny. Normally I stream during the week, 3 to 4 times a week usually. I'm kind of just on whenever. I have 4 kids, so I'm very, very busy. Well, I have 4 kids full time, so I'm very busy. I am also going to be in a lot of auctions coming up. I do have one, I believe the 26th for Queen Diva. And then I will be in one on the 4th of October. And then I'm hosting my first one on the 25th of October. I'm really excited.
Ooh.
And we are all full. I'm so excited for that. And I am going to be starting a show on Thursdays where we talk about different infamous people in history.
Ooh, sign me up.
Yeah, it's going to be really good.
You ever need fill-ins for guests?
Perfect. I will hit you up
need
on
a
IG.
fill-in for your auction.
I will hit you up on IG. Thank you, girl.
Hi, I'm Baby Yoda. I'm everybody's favorite box hoe. I'm over here looking to help take some upkeep with those kids there, Danny.
Wild.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm married.
I know. I'm dead as fuck.
Yoda is newly single and ready to mingle.
Well, we know which one out of the chocolate team is in jail now. There you go, Yoda. All right. So y'all ready to get started?
Yes.
All right. Who wants to go first, or y'all just want to take turns? I'm going to leave that up to y'all. We can start with Jay versus Danny, or however y'all want to do it.
Yeah,
We can just.
first.
That's fine.
What'd you say, Jay?
I'm gonna be horrible at this, but let's do it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're going to start with you, Jay. Why do you think chocolate is better than vanilla? And then we'll get an opinion for someone in the vanilla team. I mean, why vanilla's
chocolate
better than
thing.
chocolate. My bad. I got that backwards.
It's all right. Vanilla just tastes better. It's not as heavy, I think, if that makes sense. And yeah, every time it would be weird to make a chocolate sundae. Supposed to be a vanilla sundae or a chocolate root beer float. That'd just be weird, right? Like, come on, you're not gonna have a chocolate root beer float.
I feel like someone stoned somewhere has tried it. But anyway.
So my turn.
You're up, Danny. Yep.
Okay. So, chocolate is actually the better dessert ingredient because it actually is more versatile than vanilla and it has a better flavor than vanilla. It's very exciting for the taste buds. It actually releases a hormone, a chemical in your brain that makes you feel happy, and vanilla does not do that. Vanilla doesn't make you feel happy, chocolate does. And chocolate saves lives, people. It's actually healthy for your heart. Dark chocolate is healthy for your heart. And you actually can put chocolate in a chocolate sundae or in a float. I've actually had the privilege of having a chocolate Coke before. They're actually really delicious. It it just combines really good flavors with more really good flavor. It does get a little rich, but it is very delicious.
My turn.
All right, great points. Yes, now we're going to let Conspiracy Barbie speak based on what she's already heard, and then we'll go on to Yoda.
People often assume chocolate is the king of flavors because of its richness and intensity, but the truth is vanilla outshines chocolate in ways that go far beyond dessert. Vanilla is versatile, universally loved, naturally healing, and even has unexpected real-world benefits. So, argument number one, versatility and flavor. Vanilla is the base note of desserts worldwide. It blends with fruits, spices, baked goods, and even savory dishes. Chocolate overwhelms, vanilla enhances. One complements, the other competes. Every chocolate cake recipe needs vanilla, but vanilla doesn't need chocolate to succeed. Universality and appeal. Vanilla appeals across all cultures, ages, and palates. Chocolate can be too bitter, too rich, and even allergic for some. Vanilla ice cream remains the #1 best-selling flavor, proving its mass appeal. Pure vanilla contains antioxidants and its aroma reduces stress and anxiety and also helps protect you against mosquitoes, which here in the jungles of Alaska, it's very, very important. Chocolate health benefits only exist in raw cocoa. Everything else, they put artificial sweeteners in there and it's very detrimental to your health. Vanilla satisfies without sugar overload. So you can have vanilla and not get diabetes.
All those with some great points. I'm not going to lie. Yoda, are you ready?
That was
Okay,
more thorough than what I did.
Okay, let's see here. Dark chocolate contains flavonoids, antioxidants that improve blood flow and reduce inflammation. It may lower blood pressure and reduce the risk of heart disease and stroke. Enhances cognitive functions, memory. Dark chocolate may improve blood flow to the brain and protect against age-related cognitive decline. It also
So,
dark
just to
chocolate.
interrupt real quick, so stay young, we eat chocolate. Is that what I heard?
Yes.
What I
Go
heard.
ahead, Yoda.
Dark chocolate is also a good source of magnesium, iron, copper, and fiber. All right.
right, everyone in here in the chat, if you have any questions for any of them, now is your time about anything that they mentioned. Now is your time to ask. Sir, do you have a question? All right, what's your question? And who's it for?
I'm just a vanilla ice cream cone. I'm the best.
You're just trying to be licked, Jay.
Vanilla is far superior in taste. What do you want to
I
reach for
agree.
on a hot summer day? A vanilla ice cream cone or a chocolate bar? One's going to make you thirsty. The other is going to make you refreshed.
But to repel to that, can you eat vanilla by itself?
Yeah, it's actually really good for your immune system if you chew on a vanilla bean.
Without it tasted like total.
That's not what you said first. I rebuttal that with you didn't put that in the question.
All right, can we get a quick vote out of the chat? Who are you leaning towards? Are we leaning
vanilla.
for the vanilla? Or are we leaning for the chocolate?
Look, do you see the
Got
vanilla?
one for vanilla.
So we have
Vanilla. Vanilla.
Creature, you don't count.
Okay, so first round looks like it's going to vanilla. So nobody's team chocolate over here?
Really, guys?
Team vanilla.
I know at least one of my people is in here. You guys are not team chocolate right now.
Wait, we got one for chocolate.
We do. Yeah.
All right, and we'll see how it changes up too as we go, right? Let's see. Now remember, y'all got to not only convince me, but you got to convince the chat too, okay? So keep that in mind. All right, now going into the second round, we're going to start it off with Conspiracy Barbie, and then we'll start it off with Yoda, kind of in reverse order, okay?
Perfect.
All right, whenever you're ready, Barbie.
All right, cultural and historical prestige. Vanilla comes from a delicate orchid and requires hand pollination, making it one of the world's most precious spices. Chocolate has been cheapened by industrialization, while vanilla remains and retains its luxury status. Ounce for ounce, vanilla is more valuable than silver at times. That's prestige. Chocolate could never, okay? Aroma and psychological impact. I always wear vanilla perfume because it's decadent and delicious and scrumptious, right? So vanilla scent is one of the most comforting in the world. It's used in aromatherapy, perfumes, and even hospitals to help calm and soothe patients. Real world practical benefits. Vanilla isn't just tasty, it's useful. Vanilla extract is a natural mosquito repellent. I've said that before, but that is super important. You need to know you don't have to use chemicals. Just slap some vanilla on your skin. Chocolate, meanwhile, attracts pests, ants, rodents, rather than repelling them. So if you want to eat up, slather yourself some chocolate.
She's kind of making She's kind of making our point for us, though. What would you rather have it do? Attract you like chocolate attracts the women, or repel you like vanilla extract does?
Women aren't coming towards you because you smell like chocolate. That's the bugs.
And to my point, chocolate contains
You're that bunny, slather yourself in chocolate to get eaten.
Who knew that that's what I was doing wrong? And here it was, I was using the cinnamon pie, pumpkin pie body wash, thinking that would work. Silly me.
I use vanilla crumble cookie.
So next time you go out, Next time you go out to the store, are you going to ask for a chocolate cream pie, which just so happens to be one of my favorite desserts, or a vanilla bean cream pie?
Vanilla bean.
Vanilla bean.
All right, Yoda, do you have any more facts you want to add to counteract what Barbie said?
I think I pasted a multiple of the same facts on one sheet. Oh, cho-
It could be anything off the top of your head. Just debate it.
chocolate also helps with skin protection. It helps protect the skin from sun damage by increasing blood flow and skin density. It could also lead to improvement in skin hydration and elasticity.
All right, great points. Great points. Jay, are you ready to come back?
Sure, I'll give it a shot. All right. So, vanilla is rich in antioxidants and has basically the same thing as chocolate, but then some, right? And anti-inflammatory properties. It's also helps with mood boosting and supports digestion and promotes hearty health. Heart healthy heart. Wow, I said that backwards. Um, which is similar to what chocolate has, and I think it has some more than that. What is going on? I'm done. Mic
You're
drop.
done? Okay.
Yep.
So, I have a couple of points to make. The first one being that there's a more widespread production of chocolate versus vanilla. So she did make a point that vanilla comes from an orchid. However, most of those orchids have to actually be hand pollinated. So it's very labor intensive work. They're also limited to certain growing regions. 80% of the world's vanilla supply actually comes from Madagascar. So if Madagascar suffers from a natural disaster, vanilla prices actually skyrocket, which means most of the desserts that you're actually buying at the store, you have to look because it'll say vanilla or vanilla bean. If it is not made with vanilla bean, it is made with vanilla extract, which back in the day, it's not anymore, but back in the day, vanilla extract, there was a knockoff vanilla extract that was replaced on the market because vanilla was so hard to come by, and the vanilla extract was actually produced by a secretion gland found on a beaver's buttocks. The
So that's
the
where
gland does secrete an essence that does imitate the smell and flavor of vanilla. It is not used anymore for my vanilla friends, but yes, a beaver. A beaver. Yes.
Yep.
Hence why I'm not a huge fan of vanilla desserts. But
I mean,
they are made, most vanilla desserts that you buy are made with vanilla extract, which means it is not actually you're not getting as much of the benefits as you would from vanilla bean. However, chocolate is so widely produced that you actually can buy variances of chocolate in the market that have less sugar. They don't have as many additives and they're not as expensive as vanilla beans. Actual vanilla beans are highly, highly, highly expensive, and they are a lot harder to come by than actual chocolate. And chocolate predates all the way back to the Aztecs in Mexico. They actually made a drink. They're the ones that actually made hot chocolate. And they did find that there were health benefits to hot chocolate, which they made with the cocoa beans and they made with peppers and spices. I had one more. Oh, and chocolate can be used in savory dishes. A lot of Latin American dishes, such as mole sauce, does include chocolate, and the chocolate actually does not overpower the sauce. It actually tones down the heat. So if you're having a savory dish with a lot of spicy peppers, such as jalapenos, chilies, chocolate really helps to offset the heat very well. It works very nicely in that way. But yeah, and it's used to make my favorite dessert, which is brownies.
Nice.
All right. Does anyone have any comments on it now that all of y'all have spoke? Anybody got any comments?
I do. So
Okay.
chocolate can kind of be seen as the blood diamonds of the dessert world because it's responsible for a lot of soil depletion, deforestation from the harvesting and the growing. It leaves a huge carbon footprint. Not only is it destroying the West African rain or forest and the rainforest down in South America, but it's also between the transporting and processing, it globally adds to our greenhouse emissions. It is also involved in child labor. The chocolate industry has a notorious history of child slavery and exploitation, particularly in Ghana. Low wages, same thing. Cocoa farmers often live in extreme poverty because they can't sell it for what we sell it up here. It also is addictive. So people actually become addicted to chocolate, and it causes people to go through mood swings and withdrawals, kind of like you would from caffeine, which is what I'm consuming right now. Chocolate is not as versatile. Chocolate has a heavy dominating taste and limits its use. It doesn't pair well with savory dishes, except for certain exceptions, and light desserts. Cocoa may taste good in the moment, but it comes with health risk, environmental destruction, human exploitation, and limited culinary use. Vanilla, by contrast, is timeless, versatile, and even beneficial beyond the kitchen.
So I actually have a comment to add to that.
Okay, I'll allow one more comment, and then I gotta give another welcoming, and then get the chat's intake. But go ahead,
Okay.
Danny.
It's very quick. I just want to say that actually, vanilla beans are actually just as involved in child labor as chocolate is, as the cocoa tree. Vanilla beans, there is, because it is the second most expensive spice in the world, it is a higher risk of theft when it is being harvested. Children as young as the age of 10 have been documented performing very dangerous tasks, such as lifting very, very, very heavy loads of vanilla beans, much too heavy for them. And the families that are documented doing agricultural work, some of them live on less than $2 a day. For the most expensive spice on the market, their laborers are actually paid among the least.
Okay.
And now I'm done. Sorry.
Okay, great. I love this. Y'all are doing great. All right, for everyone that's coming in, or maybe you're just joining, this is the Great Debate. I'm your host, Bunny. Tonight we are debating vanilla versus chocolate. On Team Vanilla, we have Emoji J and Conspiracy Barbie. Make sure you fade them both. And for Team Chocolate, we have Divine Danny and Baby Yoda. For all of y'all that has been listening and has got to hear how this has went so far, I need y'all to let me know. Are we leaning towards Team Vanilla or Team Chocolate? And if you have any questions, make sure you throw them in there. So we've only got one with an input, and that's Michelle. Where y'all at?
Y'all fall asleep in there?
We've got 2 votes for chocolate. One more for vanilla.
Yeah. One more vote. One more vote. Who's gonna break the tie? Creature, you switch sides. No.
Yeah, Creature did switch sides.
He said to convince him.
Yoda, you don't count.
You said vote.
Peter.
The beaver thing. Yeah, where did Serge go? He was all about going straight for the beaver when it come to it.
Hey, the beaver
Beaver
is no longer
juice.
happening, okay? That's just propaganda. That's just her trying to poison the well, okay? That is ancient history. Vanilla is clean now.
Uh-huh. We
All
were
right, so
still
what's the totals there so far, Danny, versus last round and this round?
So last round we had 3 vanilla, 1 chocolate. This round we have 2 vanilla, 2 chocolate.
Oh,
Or
so
we could say 3 and 3 if you count Yoda and Jay's votes.
Cheater.
oh, Serge is like, hold up.
Vanilla! Yeah!
Third. He
So
came
we're
in.
3-2.
He came
right,
in
so
after
how-
the vote.
Okay, for those of you,
Did
Creature,
he say vote?
that switched sides, what convincing point?
No.
Was it the beaver thing?
Yeah, that's what he said. Her
Heard
propaganda!
about the beaver and he was like, no, never mind.
I mean,
You gotta love
don't
the
like
beavers.
All right.
I like the taste
I have
of
a funny
beaver in the
beaver
morning.
story.
All right, so for this round, it's very interesting, okay? Y'all get to challenge each other, right? Y'all get to think of questions. Pick who you want. We're going to start with Jay and go in order, and y'all can pick who you want and ask them, hey, you mentioned this, why? And see, really gain intel on it, right? Challenge them. All right, let's start with you, Jay, then we'll go to Danny, and then Barbie and Yoda.
I have to look up questions. Hold on.
During the show should not be allowed.
Oh yeah. So we can ask any question, right, regarding the chocolate, right?
Yes, any.
Okay, so which one is more sustainable to produce?
Chocolate.
Facts behind that or reasons?
Because it's more widely grown and easier to harvest.
Well, I mean, technically, it's deforesting rainforests, and orchids are, the vanilla beans are grown in orchids, which can be done inside and not taking down thousands of acres of forest.
However, when you do look at the facts, it's actually difficult to determine which one is more sustainable versus the other. The overall sustainability of the product depends on specific sourcing practices and the specific supply chain, because cocoa and vanilla production have history of exploitation and ecological damage. Because those flowers do have to be hand pollinated. So you also have to take into account what damage the flowers are taking, because most flowers are pollinated by bees and other insects and things. So to have a flower that is not naturally pollinated by insects and has to be hand pollinated, that actually doesn't contribute to ecological growth either.
So the way that they hand pollinate is very tedious and careful, and they don't damage the flower at all. I've actually watched a documentary on it. They're very gentle, and they just sprinkle. They pollinate as close as they can to the way bees pollinate. So they try to make it sustainable for the flowers as well, because if the flowers, die, that costs them money, or if they're damaged.
But also, at the end of the day, How many of those people have messed up while pollinating those flowers?
Well, I mean, you could say the same thing about when they're harvesting cocoa. Like, are they being careful to not damage the plant while they're harvesting, or are they just taking it off all willy-nilly? If it's done by hands, it would be gentler than if it's done by machines, right?
Danny?
So I'm thinking.
Is it okay if I stepped in?
Yeah. Yes, go ahead. If you need to be muted or anything. Also, y'all, if y'all have other devices, y'all can be looking up facts as you go. I do
That's
not
what I've
mind
been
that at
What I've
all.
doing.
been
That's
doing.
Trying to.
part of debating, you know? That's part of it.
I'm
That's what
not
I've been doing.
I'm not like y'all. I have one device and I have all this data on my note app that I have very small and trying to read with my
Well,
blind bat eyes.
well, Team Chocolate, Michelle asked the question, who lights a chocolate candle? Can we figure out anything about that?
I
I do.
do.
So okay. So this is why I do it. I suffer from anxiety, depression, and complex PTSD. I also have a mental health disorder called borderline personality disorder. It's a behavioral disorder. So, the anxiety is actually a symptom of that, for those of you that don't know. And it's tied to difficulty in emotional regulation. So I actually eat chocolate to help promote the positive chemicals in my body. And that's awesome to know, Chaos. So I actually eat chocolate to help kickstart the positive energy in my body when I'm on a negative spiral. And I actually use chocolate scented candles sometimes. I use chocolate scented bath bombs. I use cocoa butter lotion. It's very good for cocoa butter in your
Aromatherapy.
lotion is really good for your skin. Very good for your skin. It's actually the most moisturizing lotion I've ever used. Um, and it does smell better than vanilla to me because it actually triggers a feeling of happiness. So that's what it does for me personally. So it kind of I don't know. I guess that's a personal opinion thing with the candle. Because I personally love the smell of chocolate, but the smell of chocolate brings me to like, I'm a foodie, and every time I see a candy store, I gotta go. And where I grew up in Colorado, we actually had a Russell Stover's factory. And I remember going as a kid and growing up and like walking in, and the first smell you smell is chocolate. You smell it. And like the Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory, and you smell chocolate. Or like there's the Albany's factory here in Indiana, right up the like a couple hours away from me. First thing you smell when you walk in there, chocolate. And you smell it all the way out the door. And it's it's not a sexy smell, but it's a comforting smell to me.
Yeah, I always like to burn a vanilla candle when I get home. It just reminds me of like my great grandma because we used to make vanilla sugar cookies all the time and vanilla frosting. And we were always, in the kitchen doing that. I used to come home and I'd smell her pies and stuff, or making like vanilla pudding and all that fun stuff. So when I have a vanilla candle, it instantly makes me think of those good memories of my great grandma in the kitchen.
And like
I'm
with
like that
me,
with cinnamon. I'm like
like
that with cinnamon for the same reasons. So that brings up another question, right? That I'm going to personally ask because Danny's mentioned it, and I think Barbie touched base on it earlier. Which one is sexier, right? Chocolate or vanilla? Which one?
I think vanilla's
Sure.
right there. I love vanilla perfume, vanilla body spray, vanilla wash. Like it's a classic time-honored smell for perfume with women. It's something that has been being used for decades. It's one of those classic smells and scents that never go out of fashion.
So, Yoda, are you wanting to answer next, or do you want me to?
You can. I just got to do this to keep what's in my head right now.
Oh, well, then you answer.
Okay, so with me, like her, I get migraines if I'm overloaded with like certain smells, and one of them happens to be vanilla. Like, I cannot go into stores during Christmas time because it's so vanilla-y. But no,
Yeah, as for me,
also men in here, would you rather lick vanilla beans off your woman or chocolate off your woman?
it would be vanilla whipped cream. But like for me, I'm somebody that gets migraines, and I don't know if you guys know this, but chocolate is a migraine trigger for a lot of people. So if you eat chocolate, you will get an extreme migraine.
All good points. So we let Jay ask his question. Danny, do you have any questions you want to throw out there? And then we'll go to Barbie and Yoda. Kind of a quick fire round where y'all challenge each other.
So I guess my question would be, what other health benefits does vanilla actually have?
Rich in antioxidants, vanilla contains compounds like vanillin that helps neutralize free radicals, which, as we know, is for aging and cancer. Antioxidants protect cells from oxidative stress, which is linked to aging and disease. A mood booster and stress relief. The aroma of vanilla has been shown in studies to calm the nervous system. Used in aromatherapy to reduce anxiety, depression, and insomnia. I've been a massage therapist for 20 years and an aromatherapy provider, so that's something that I use a lot. Hospitals use vanilla scent to soothe their patients to make it not seem so clinical. It supports heart health. Some studies suggest vanilla can lower cholesterol, and triglycerides may reduce the risk of heart disease by supporting healthy blood pressure. It helps to aid in digestion. Historically, it has been used to calm upset stomachs, and vanilla tea or vanilla infused water reduces nausea and bloating. So if you're one of those bloaty girls, it's really good for that. It's a natural weight management aid. So the scent of vanilla helps to reduce the appetite and cravings, and it helps to reduce the instead of stimulating overeating like chocolate does, vanilla can help regulate that. It's great for your skin. It has antibacterial properties. It soothes burns, wounds, and helps with acne. And other oils in it help with healing balms. It's a free radical cancer fighting bean. Essentially, it helps to slow cancer cell growth. It's been proven in multiple studies. And it's also good for your respiratory health. So it helps calm coughing fits. Massage terrorist.
All right, Barbie. Barbie, you have any questions for Team Chocolate?
Okay, so chocolate only tastes good if you add sugar, which is one of the main health problems with eating chocolate, because when you're adding sugar, it makes it so that you're overeating, it increases your blood sugar and etc., which can lead to lots of health problems down the road, like diabetes, neuropathy in the feet, going blind. What do you say to that?
I say to that, people aren't telling you to go out there and eat your weight in chocolate.
No.
And also, dark chocolate helps regulate blood sugar levels and improve insulin sensitivity.
So I would also like to add that there are different percentages on the market of dark chocolate. Milk chocolate is not as beneficial health-wise for you as dark chocolate is. However, there are other alternatives that are good for you. I actually have a dairy allergy and I am allergic to cow dairy products. So most vanilla desserts on the market are very difficult to make dairy free. Very difficult. It's easier to make a chocolate dessert that is dairy free. And you can make them with less sugar. And they actually don't taste terrible with less sugar added. Dark chocolate has a lot of health benefits. With anything, there is the negative with the good, like with vanilla. I have done some research into it, and some people can get headaches from vanilla, which could indicate an allergy. Vanillin can trigger migraines in some people. I actually get chronic migraines. I have an aunt that does, and vanilla is an aromatic trigger for her migraines. It is a person to person basis for either ingredient. So with that, we're not telling you to go eat a bucket load of chocolate, just like you're telling everybody to go eat a bucket load of vanilla beans. We're saying that anything in moderation can be good for you. And I will say this, ladies, PMS cramps. Chocolate has done more for my PMS cramps than vanilla ever did. Ever. I get back cramps and just a little bit of dark chocolate, a little bit, eases them immensely. So like I said, you're not going to get diabetes if you eat small amounts and you eat the higher percentaged dark chocolate because there's more. So like if you do 75% dark chocolate, there's actually going to be more sugar in that than there is in 85% dark chocolate because you're having more chocolate than sugar ratio. So if you eat 100% dark chocolate, there's actually going to be little sugar, if any, if that helps.
Good.
Are you got anything to say to that, Barbie?
Oh, okay. Well, what I have to say about that is I have eaten dark chocolate with no sugar in it, and it's awful. It's very bitter. It's not very good at all. You have to have a good sugar chocolate ratio for it to actually be consumable, in my personal opinion. Dark chocolate I do like in coffee, but again, it's not as good as say like a milk chocolate. So typically, I think the average consumer isn't going to have a darker cacao than a lighter one because it's creamier, it's sweeter, it's smoother, it's yummier, it's more addictive. So people, as an average consumer, I feel are more inclined to go like there's higher sales of milk chocolate than there are dark chocolate.
Well, and if you're going to base it off of the average consumer isn't consuming actual vanilla beans. They're actually consuming vanilla extract.
I mean,
So
but our
that
debate
actually-
isn't about vanilla beans, it's about vanilla.
Well, you were saying that milk chocolate isn't as good as dark chocolate. So I'm saying that vanilla extract is more widely used than vanilla beans, which vanilla extract does not have all of the same properties as vanilla beans do because it's just an extract.
True.
Beaver juice.
extract of the vanilla
Propaganda.
bean.
Propaganda.
But it's literally just says it's made out of vanilla beans. Deposits of the vanilla Floria orchid are harvested when ripe. It says it's some vanilla extracts made out of vanilla beans. So I don't know what to say about that.
All right, Yoda, do you have a question for Team Vanilla?
Again, would you rather your man be licking vanilla
Yoda,
beans
can we do
off
a different question?
or chocolate?
Yeah, next question.
I got none.
You ain't got
Um,
none.
Well,
All right,
since Yoda
so
doesn't have another question, can I ask a different one?
yeah.
Okay. So for somebody that has difficulty finding desserts with just vanilla that are allergen friendly, what would you say to them?
I have lots of friends with celiac disease and allergies, and one of their favorite things that they like to do is make egg, or not eggs flays, but make gluten-free desserts, which help with their allergies. And they say that vanilla is one of the ingredients that make those desserts palatable.
What about for somebody with an allergy that prohibits them from consuming dairy?
It's the same. It's the same thing. There's recipes out there where you can do dairy substitutes, like goat milk. People that have problems with like cow milk or cow butter can have like goat cheese.
Plant-based milk too.
Or you can use oat milk. You can use soy milk. Like you can always use a dairy substitute in a recipe that contains vanilla.
Yep.
All right, great job, guys. All right, so what I'm going to do is now I'm going to let each of you give a final statement to try and persuade the chat, okay? So, going in order, give your final statement, whether it's a graph, a diagram you need to show, or just something that really backs up what you're saying, right? We got to pursue this chat. All right, Jay, you go first, and then we'll go to Barbie, and then Danny, and then Yoda.
I think that my final thoughts is that vanilla has more health benefits than plus chocolate has a lot of caffeine too as well. You know, bring that up. Go vanilla, Team Vanilla, let's go.
Is it my turn?
Yep.
My turn. Vanilla is more than just a flavor. It's a symbol. It teaches us that true strength doesn't have to shout. Vanilla doesn't need to be loud or overpowering to matter. It elevates everything around it. It heals, it calms, it comforts, and it connects people across cultures and generations. Chocolate may grab the spotlight, but vanilla is the foundation, the quiet force that makes the world sweeter, softer, and stronger. It's proof that some call, or what some call plain, is actually timeless. And just like vanilla, the greatest things in life aren't always the flashiest. There's the ones that endure, uplift, and bring out the best in everything that they touch. That's why vanilla isn't just better than chocolate. Vanilla is a reminder that simplicity can be extraordinary, and that the most powerful things are often the most humble.
All right, I'm up. Okay. So when we think of chocolate, we think of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. We think of outrageous chocolate fountains. We think of the Hershey Company. We think of the Mars Company. We think of all of the things. We think of big, bold flavors. We think of overpowering palates, burdening sugar, diabetes. That's what a lot of people think when they think of chocolate. However, chocolate is so much more. Um, when it comes to chocolate, chocolate has wonderful health benefits. Yes, chocolate does have caffeine in it. However, did you know that for people with chronic migraines, some doctors will encourage you to consume small amounts of caffeine to combat the migraine? Tried and true method in order to avoid using pharmaceuticals. It was something that I used during my pregnancies. Yes, they say caffeine is so bad for you when you're pregnant. Actually, it's not bad for you in very small doses. I had caffeine through chocolate in my pregnancies whenever I had headaches, migraines, whatever, because pharmaceuticals such as like acetaminophen, they can be used, but you have to be careful because they can cause damage to your body. So that's when you have to turn to a more natural route. Chocolate offers that benefit. Chocolate can also be a comforting smell or flavor. You can wrap your body in cocoa butter lotion, and it is so comforting. And when I wear my cocoa butter lotion, I don't attract a lot of bugs, no more than usual. As opposed to not wearing any lotion or perfume versus wearing lotion or perfume, I get eat by mosquitoes a lot. It has no effect whatsoever in how many mosquitoes I attract. But I sit outside a lot. It does make my skin less leathery being in the sun. It makes it softer. It makes it more tempting. When my husband comes home from a day of work and he touches my skin, he goes, "Oh, babe, you're so soft." Um, I don't get that benefit with vanilla. Um, so, vanilla is more expensive. Chocolate isn't. Chocolate is more available to the everyday consumer than vanilla. It really is. So when you look at all of the health benefits and you look at the availability, chocolate is actually the more versatile, more affordable option because we can't all afford the diamond spice of the market.
Oh,
Your
Does
turn,
the
Yoda.
puppers want in on it too? All right, Yoda, go for it.
He's like,
Okay.
chocolate.
I would like to take you all back to when you were younger. Close your eyes, and when you walked into your first candy store, what was that smell that drew you in? Was it chocolate or the smell of vanilla beans?
Vanilla beans.
Why did they
All
say
right.
vanilla beans and then chocolate instead of cocoa? Just
I don't
wondering.
know. Great question. All right.
Yeah.
Anyone in the chat before I have y'all vote? Do you have any questions that's going to help you decide either way? If not, I'm going to let y'all take y'all's vote, and then we'll go through, introduce everyone again after figuring out the winner, and then I'll give you a teaser of next week's topic, which I do want to add while y'all are deciding on who you want to vote for. 2 of my admins for the show are actually playing, so if you want to jump in and want to debate with us, reach out to them, let them know. Katie, she was in here earlier. I'm actually easy to get a hold of, actually. Okay, my IG is linked to my bio. But
So is her Snapchat.
See,
you
conspiracy
can let that
Barbie is
part out,
rubbing
Yoda.
herself with vanilla.
Yep, I want to smell good. I want to keep those mosquitoes away from my face up here in the Alaskan wilderness. Come on, you guys don't know Team Vanilla, vanilla, not chocolate.
Team
You know you love
chocolate.
All
yourself
right,
a
where's
vanilla
my
latte.
chocolate people?
Vanilla
Where's
latte,
our
Everybody
vanilla
cast a
chocolate
vote.
people?
muffins, vanilla bean house smell. Vanilla.
Where's our chocolate people that wanna lick chocolate off their loved one?
No, it's
All
vanilla
right.
whipped cream lick off, not chocolate. It's too messy that way.
1, 2, 3.
We have
Not the
four
city
vanilla.
voting.
Sorry.
No, Michelle voted twice. Somebody voted twice on vanilla.
I was doing the counting for you when you were doing that. One,
So we have
two,
1,
three.
2,
Oh, Creature
3,
went back to vanilla.
4.
But creature, beaver juice.
But
Yep,
Creature,
lovely
what
beaver
changed
juice.
your mind this
That's old
time?
news. That's old news.
Let's see. So
So from
1,
what I'm seeing, it looks like
3,
vanilla might be winning.
4.
Oh yeah.
If you like vanilla on your skin, bruh, put a V in the chat. If you like drinking vanilla
Next on Unstoppable
latte,
Idol.
yeah, you
All right,
know
I'm gonna
the
count
chat.
I'm gonna count down from 10, and then that's it on the voting. 10, 9,
If you like smelling
8,
like
Come on,
vanilla,
people. Last
7,
minute vote.
6, 5,
Time for me
4,
to vote.
3, 2, 1. All right, so Team Vanilla has won. All right,
Yes.
so it looks
Knew
like
we would
everybody
win.
likes vanilla. So who will learn something during this? I know I did. I learned a lot. There was a lot that I didn't even know. What about you
I
guys?
did.
Jay, what was your favorite fact that you learned?
That vanilla's better than chocolate. Heck yeah.
Chat, feel free to.
It's also good. It's also good when you get a vanilla dessert when you're high.
Thank you,
But-
Serge.
But I thought
Right, well-
saffron was the #1 spice.
No, vanilla bean is number 2.
Nice. Barbie, what was your favorite fact that you learned tonight?
Probably about all of the corruption on both sides of the spice lane, you know.
Corrupt.
What about you, Danny?
My favorite was learning that vanilla can actually help deter insects such as mosquitoes because I get
Me
eaten
too.
all the time.
I
I
love that.
always have a new bump or bite somewhere.
So what
So
I do
smoking
is I
outside at night.
take vanilla beans, infuse it in coconut oil, and just rub that coconut oil on you.
Really? I'll
Oh,
have
and
to
we
try
gotta
that.
love it, some
And we
coconut
have
oil.
big ass
Danny's
mosquito
turning to the dark side.
No, I still think that chocolate is still better than vanilla overall. However, I can still appreciate the positive properties of vanilla as well.
Go for it, Serge.
We win.
All right, while we're waiting on Serge's question, Yoda, what was your favorite fact of the night?
That vanilla beans are blood diamonds.
No, that was the chocolate. Chocolate. Okay. Chocolate diamonds.
All right, while we wait for
Vanilla
Serge's
beans.
question.
The hell? See, look, I got this vanilla spray right here. Let's vanilla us up. Oh, yeah. Smell like vanilla.
Here, let me
Alright,
go rub a
so-
chocolate bar all over myself.
Also, Team Vanilla will get their winning flyers. I'll try to have that out tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, and vanilla.
And then also